Hey there, CGMS students. Welcome to class work homework S.15, cost of college. If you were absent or just need a review, please watch this video. So, remember from yesterday or S.14, your simple interest formula is equal to I equals PRT. I stands for interest, or the money the bank makes just because you borrowed from them. Principal is the money that you borrow. Rate is the interest rate as a decimal. And then time is the amount of time you're going to pay off the loan in years, right? So here's our example. It says Elijah is headed to college. The bank lends him $25,000. They give him two options to repay the loan. Option 1, an interest rate of 5% paid over 5 years. Option 2, an interest rate of 3.5% paid over 10 years. Which option should Elijah take, and how much does he save by choosing that option? So option 1, the principal is $25,000. Our rate is 5%, but again, key thing here is make sure you change this to a decimal. So it is actually 0.05. And then our time is 5 years. So for interest, we're just going to plug that right into our interest formula, right? So how much interest does he pay? I is equal to our principal times our rate times our time, right? So the interest, the money the bank makes, is $25,000 times 0.05 times 5 years, and that equals to $6,250. The bank will make that money off that loan. The total you pay is the principal, the amount of money that you borrowed, plus the interest, the amount of money that the bank is going to make just for you borrowing that loan. So the principal is I got to pay back the $25,000 plus the interest that is earned on the loan. So $25,000 plus $6,250. Just got that from right there. We did that calculation already. And so I have to pay the bank $31,250. For how many monthly payments? I'm just going to ask myself how many months in my time period. So my time period is 5 years. So 5 years, there's 12 months in 1 year. It's 5 times 12, so that's 60 months. And so then I'm just going to take my total payment right here, $31,250, your total divided by your months, right? So your total payment was $31,250 divided by the amount of months, which is 60, gets you 520.8333 repeated. So we'll just say $520, round it to the nearest cent, 83 cents. $520.83 per month. That's how much you're going to pay. In option 2, my principal stays the same. It's $25,000. They said this time you could borrow at a rate of 3.5% and over 10 years. Now again, key thing, 3.5% is 0.035, right? Start at the decimals, 2 times to the left. How much interest do I pay? I is equal to principal times rate times time. So my interest is equal to my principal of $25,000, how much I borrowed right off the bat, times a rate of 0.035, times my time of 10 years. Do that multiplication, I get $8,750. So right off the bat, I could kind of stop and compare the two options. Option 1, the bank is only making $6,250. In option 2, I'm going to pay the bank $8,750. So it seems like in the long run, option 1 is better, even though it has a higher interest rate. Why? Because we have a shorter amount of time period. The faster you pay off the debt, the better, right? The total you pay, again, is just going to be your principal plus your interest. So $25,000, and in this option, your interest is $8,750. So as you can see, my total of $33,750 is going to be higher than my total in option 1, right? By at least $2,000. However, we still have to ask our monthly payments. So how many years or how many months are in 10 years? So we have 10 times 12, which is 120 months. And remember, to figure out our monthly payment, we're just going to do our total divided by our months. So our total was $33,750, and we'll divide it by our months, which are 120. And that equates to $281.75. So while in the long run, option 1 is absolutely better because it saves you money, In the short term, maybe you don't have $520 to give every month. Maybe you can afford $281.75, right? So it all depends kind of on your current financial situation. This answer could go either way. I could say option 1 because I save more money in the long run. I could say option 2 because I pay less right now. It's really up to you. I am a guy that really likes to pay off loans right off the bat, so I'm going to say option 1 because in the long run, Elijah will save money because he will pay off the loan faster than if he chose option 2. Right? Paying off it faster means the bank has less time to collect interest, means you will pay the bank less interest in the long run. So how do I find out how much he ends up saving? $33,750 minus $31,250. He ends up saving $2,500 by going with option 1. Okay. All right, backside's your homework. It talks about the different costs of college. Sometimes you could go to a 2-year college. Sometimes you could go to a 4-year college. Don't have to necessarily decide the same for everyone. So it says you are the high school senior deciding between a 4-year university and a 2-year college. Use the table below to answer the questions about cost. So what is the estimated total cost of attending a 2-year college? So here's your estimated total cost. So basically you're just adding all these numbers up. 5,170 plus, you don't need to add the 0, 740 to find out how much it costs. This is just for 1 year, right? Same thing over here. You're going to add up all these numbers up. 630, 7450, 2980, 1250 to find the total cost again for a 4-year, but that's just for 1 year. Okay. After that, in 4 and 5, it's going to say, hey, by the way, you attend a 2-year college for 2 years. So how much is that going to cost you, right? So if you know the 1 year, you could easily figure out the 2 years. And in question 5, it says, how much would it cost you attending a 4-year college for 4 years? And again, if you figure out the answer to 1 year in question 3, you could easily figure out 4 years. All right, that's it. Best of luck. Show all your work. You got some more questions about bank loans down at the bottom for your options.